Hey DC team, so we're here with another video, and this might be the last video where the motor's out of the car, hopefully, because all I got to do left is put these pulleys on, put the alternator on, power steering pump is there, that needs to go on, paint the radiator fan, and then that goes on, as well as the fuel pump, which all that stuff doesn't take very long to put on. So let's put it from scratch and get to it. Alright, so first off, let's get the crank pulley on, because that'll be the one that will be harder to get to once the water pump pulley is on. So put this one here, and find the other one. Alright, and I'll get the rest of them in off camera, because I'm actually running out of SD card space. So, but don't worry, I'll show you tighten them down. Alright, with our 1/2-inch socket, tighten all these down. Yeah, I am tightening them down. I'm gonna do like a crisscross pattern. I don't know if that's what you have to do, but it sounds official. Doesn't it, Steve?
Yes. Official! Hey, look at the sprinkler I found.
Alright!
I was looking for this like a month ago. It doesn't yet. It didn't work.
Alright, and now let's do that center one with our 1 1/4 inch socket. Oh, wrong way. Ugh. Don't want to ding up my new paint. Alright, and I'm going to spin that around off camera. Bring it back to top dead center. So now we have the water pump pulley. And I don't know what size these bolts are, but put them on here. This one. Come on, where do you go? There. You go, oh, right there. And you go there. I said you go there. And you go there. All right. I'm actually not going to tighten these down just yet because I'm going to be pulling the pulley back off when we put the fan on, but first I need to paint the fan. So actually, let's do that now. So it turns out the radiator fan didn't need painting, it just needed cleaning. So we're going to put this on here. There we go, it's threading in, sweet. Well, I'll put these in off camera. Alright, so to get to these fan bolts, you gotta hold, you need to use a regular wrench and hold the pulley. I forgot how me and Steve did it when we took it apart. So far, this seems to be going good. Okay, that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So on to the next thing. So I think next I'm going to do the fuel pump. So first let's put a little bit of gasket sealer on there. Then our good old gasket, and we'll put it on. Because the last time I did a fuel pump I didn't do this, and I think that's why it kind of leaks a little bit more than it did. And we'll put a second layer on it. Alright, let's put it on the motor. Okay, gotta find its place in there. Come on, there we go. Oh, come on. Oh, almost got it. Oh, great. Well, now the gasket's jacked up. Not in. Well, let me get this figured out why it won't thread it, and I'll come back. So I figured it out. I had to turn the crank a bit because the eccentric is in the wrong place and wouldn't let the control rod for the fuel pump get in this place. So I had to turn the motor over a bit. So we're going to take our 9/16 socket And we're going to tighten it down. All right, let's see what else, let's see what I want to put on here next. So to put the power steering pump on like I want to, I have to take these two water pump bolts out because they hold on to the bracket there. So I'm gonna get those out and I'll cut back to when I do. So I pulled these two bolts out here. I found the small one that it's for out in the car. So let's pick this up. Put this little one back here. Come on, thread. Just even a couple threads. And then put this one in here. This one in here. Yeah, there we go, come on. All right, and then you just thread those in. I don't think there's torque specs for them, so I'll torque them down off camera. Actually, I think I can spare the footage to do them on camera. Kinda wish I had my battery ratchet right now though. The reason why I didn't really go through the work of painting the power steering pump is A, kinda running low on time, and also there's a lot of parts that I'd either miss or need to be taken apart. So I'm just gonna throw it on as is. What's one dirty power steering pump? Come on, gotta grab something. There we are. All right. Oop, don't spin that. It'll pump out what little fluids is left in there. All right, let's see what's next. So I found the alternator bracket, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely gonna clean this off and paint it to match the block so it's not sticking out like a sore thumb. Because I've already got the dirty power steering pump, the dipstick, which I might paint the dipstick. So yeah. So I'm gonna clean this up off camera.
You want it blue or black?
It's getting painted blue.
Black.
I mean, this video is going to come out like a month after we film this, so
Black.
blue.
Black's the worst.
We'll be back. So the alternator bracket is clean, so let's throw a couple coats on it. I'm over here painting it, but if the budget was a little bit bigger, I'd have Steve powder coating. Yeah, powder coating. I'm putting way more paint than I need to on this.
Good, let it dry.
All right, so we got 2 coats of paint on the one side. Now let's touch up the bottom side. Okay, I'll wait for that to dry and put on a second one, and we'll call this a day. But video won't be over just yet. Still got 1 or 2 more things to put on. All right, putting the last coat on this. So it's nice and shiny. All right. Let's call it a day. Everyone, so we are back with day 2, and the alternator bracket is all dry and ready to put on here, but before we do that, I want to get this little one off and paint it. I want to paint this one black so it kind of blends in a bit, because this is not factory, I can tell. So, but instead of using the gloss that takes forever, I'm going to use flat black exhaust paint, because I kind of want to see how it goes with my headers over there. So let's pull that off and get that cleaned up and painted, and then we'll put that on while that dries. So let's do it. All right, so I think it's as simple as just pulling this off. Yeah, there we go. And to keep these in order, just put these back on here. All right, let's go clean this up. Let's see how well this paint goes on. I know it's not shiny black, but at least it's better than rust. Ooh. Already liking it. Nice. Looking good. Well, let's put the, wait, it's already drying really quick. All right. Let's put the alternator bracket on. All right, so we got them pulled out. We got our open hole here. So let's put this here. Run that in there. And then over here, put our little bolt in. Come on, thread in. There we are. And I'll snug them down on video. So I did snug up the bolt on the head over there off camera, but you guys will at least see this one when I torque it down. And just like that. So let's go back over to the alternator mounting piece. It's already kind of, or pretty like beyond tacking up. So let's flip it over and paint this side. And that's more than enough paint, so we'll let that dry. So after watching my video on taking this apart, all this plate is a spacer. It doesn't even go in anything. So we'll just put this through here. Put this here, and now I got to figure out how it mounts up on there. I think I've got an idea how though. So after referencing my video a whole lot, I finally got the alternator on there with its fake bracket. So I think next I'm gonna paint the headers over there and then put the belts on this. So Steve so kindly let me use his booth that he uses for powder coating, and hopefully I don't get paint all over in it, and his nice clean white booth. So let's see how this goes on. Actually, what if I just go like that? So, while we wait for the headers to dry, farting around with trying to get the belts on this, and it's really not going terribly. Yeah. Okay, I say that, and it's not going great. There we go. There's that. And shoot. Hopefully the power steering pump's adjustable, because it's not going on good. So over here, I got all the belts on. I'm kind of concerned about how loose the power steering belt is, but it worked before, so it'll work again. Everything else is on. One header is painted, which means the other one is hanging up and ready to get painted. So let's do that. And I'll do the rest off camera. Second header is all painted up and looking good. No dings or scratches on it. And with that, the headers are painted so they won't rust, and they'll stay a nice, nice deep black color. Everything else is on the front, so the next step would be getting it in the car. So we got to plan for a day to do that because Steve's working this Sunday. This is a two-man job at least. So if you like that and you're really excited to see how this car sounds, where it's going, what it'll turn out to be, remember to like so it gets pushed in the algorithm and other people see it. Subscribe so you get to see the next video that comes out. Comment. It helps boost the video in the algorithm again. And also just let me know that if you like the video or not, or if there's anything I can do better. And share it so then other people can see this. Share it with your friends, your neighbors, your enemies. Who cares? As long as everyone gets to see this. And stick around, check out the playlist, see where this build came from and how it came along. And check out what YouTube recommends you see for my channel. A lot of cool stuff to see, including some other vehicles that might make a comeback since this one's nearing a, I guess you call it a checkpoint. So remember, save them, don't scrap them.